you can see we are displaying each post. Now we want to create two versions of this card. One will be to display the card data and one will be to add the card data. So for example, this is a p tag, and when we will be editing it, it will be an input tag, so that we can write our own data and create or update the post. So for that we will be creating a component for post card. So let's open a new terminal and go to Frontend directory, and inside Frontend directory we will be creating that component. So to create a new component, we have command that is ng g for generate, c for component, and then we have to give the file path post list. Inside post list we will be creating post card. Let's copy its selector name, and inside here we will be displaying the postcard. So yeah, the postcard works. That text is visible which is present in the postcard. So now we will be displaying the data from list component to this postcard component. At this point we do not have the post variable. Let's pass it from its parent, this post, and inside this component we will be taking that. Let's see if we can display the post or not. Yeah, you can see we can display the post data. Now we have to create two versions of this post. So for that we will be adding a new field to the post interface, which is a boolean field. Let's call it edit mode. So if it is on edit mode, we'll be displaying input in it. Let's display the else part of the if condition with template, and that will be not edit mode. Create a template, ng template, it will be reference to this not edit mode. So this is for edit mode, and this is for not edit mode. But here there is no card with edit mode true. Let's add one. Let's check. Yeah, as you can see it's on edit mode. That's why it's showing the input fields. Now as we can create the edit mode version of this card, we will need an icon to add new cards. Let's make it as it was before. Remove this, uncomment this, and let's copy a plus icon from their official icon page. Let's search for plus. Let's put it outside of the postcard container. Let's import the module. It's saying ng icon is not a known element. Add custom element schema to ng module schema to suppress this message. Okay. The error is gone, but where is our icon? Let's try to find it inside HTML. Color. Okay, the color of the icon is black, that's why it's not visible. Okay, let's try to add white color to it. Now the plus icon is visible. We have to style it to make it stick to at the bottom right corner. Let's target the parent div of add button to style it. Now we will style it. Let's copy it and paste it here. Let's try to increase the size of this. Make it a scale to, okay, this is fine. Scale to. Now on clicking of this button we will add a new card, and that will have input fields in it. So let's do that. Let's first add a click handler. Let's define the function here. And let's use unshift so that our new post get added to at the beginning of the list. Let's call it new post. And now we will define the new post, and edit mode will be true in this case. again assign this to the post property like this. So let's try adding it. Yeah, you can see the new card is getting added. Now we also want a save button to store the post. So whenever we will be typing inside this input, we want to store the text written inside it, and in case the post is already written and we want to edit it, in that case that text will be already sent by our TS file. So in this case we will need two-way data binding. That's why we will be using ng model to use the two-way data binding. Cannot bind ng model since it isn't a known property of input. Okay, I guess we have to import the form module. The error is gone now. Okay, let's create another one for post description. Now let's define it. Let's create a new post variable with the input values. If we try to save it, okay, we are able to create a new object for post, and this object will be sent to backend and it will be stored. So let's create a service to add post. Now inside this card component, let's write constructor function, and inside the constructor we will be injecting the service. Inside this we will be calling the method of the service. Let's subscribe to the method. User will save the post. We will call the API, which is create post, and it will take new post. Similarly, it is a method of this component. So when we got the data after creating the new post, we will change this post variable to the data that is coming from the backend. So this dot post will be equal to the data which we got. P2, let's let's call it p2 as well and save. Yeah, now you can see it. After the data is got added, it is appearing like a normal card. Let's change the height so that save button can fit in. So let's copy some buttons to edit them. Edit. Copied the edit button. Let's also copy a delete icon. Attach their click handler. It will be edit post and it will be delete post. Let's define them. Confirm delete post. So let's define this edit post method. Edit post. Whenever user will click the edit icon, this dot post equal to all the properties of this dot post plus edit mode will be true now. Let's try it. Yeah, you can see. And when we will edit it, the previous text that was there, it should fill up this empty input. So let's do that first. Now let's try. Yeah, you can see the text is now filling the input fields. Now we need some button to go back to the previous mode. To this. Let's find a cross icon. Close icon. Let's copy this one. Put it here, and the class will be same again, and color will be also same, like this. Let's paste it here. Yeah, the cross icon is there. Now we have to write the event handler for it. Close edit post. Let's define it here after edit post. post will be the post and edit mode will be false in this case. Let's try it. And yeah, now you can see it's working. Now you can see that this card already is created. This post to description, post to, this is already created. So if we are editing it, we will be calling update method. But when we will create one and we will put some data in it, we will call create method. So we need something to differentiate these calls. So we will be checking whether this card has its ID or not. So when a data is created on database, they come up with some ID. So if the post data has some ID, then we will take the ID and call update method, and it doesn't has any ID, then we will call the create method. So in our post service, we will create another method to update a post. Let's copy paste the create method and we will call update post here like this. And when user is saving the post, we will add a check that if post.id is present, then call update post, else call create post. And before that, let's also copy the ID that we are getting from the list. Here, post. This post dot ID. Let's see, we will be updating this one. So it's saying post to description, post to description. Let's make it title. So you can see we called patch method and it updated the data. In the display you can see it got changed, and if we refresh the page it will be same like this, meaning we could updated the data properly on the database. Now we will work on this delete button. So let's define another service for delete. And now when user will click on confirm delete, we will call the API. For, as you can see, we have method for delete post, update post and create post. Let's call the delete post. When user will click the confirm delete post button. Let's clear network tab and we will be deleting P1. Click. So you can see we made delete call and it deleted the data, but the UI is not updated. If we refresh the page, yeah, now you can see the extra P1 is deleted. So after an API call of delete, we need to refresh this page so that it display the updated list. So let's do that. So we will write output let's call it refresh list. Refresh list, and it will be new event emitter. Event emitter. Let's import the output as well. Now we will call it when we will be deleting the post. So we will call this dot refresh list dot emit. Also we need to add event handler for this on the component. On handle refresh list, we will just call this get all post API so that we can display the updated list. So the refresh list will be called after deleting the post. So let's try now. Let's call it post 3 and it is description. Let's save it. Yeah, you can see we made a post request and our data got added, and let's edit it with the description. Save. Yeah, you can see this is also got added, and we send patch request from it. And now we will be deleting this one. So right now we have 3 cards. Let's delete post 3. Yeah, now you can see we just left with 2 cards.